Hari Om, Chapter 2, Verse 45. Sankhya Yoga, Philosophy of Life. In the last verse, Lord Krishna said, Hey Arjuna, relying on the Karmaganda portion of the Vedas, the unwise, the unintelligent will speak flowery, honey-coated words and say, the goal of this life is to attain the desires of your choice or heaven. Other than that, there is nothing else in this life. Further, they promise excellent next birth as a reward for the actions and prescribe various rituals for the attainment of such pleasures and power. For those who stick to pleasure and power, their mind will fritter away because there are as many desires as the number of sands in the ocean shore. That mind is not fit for contemplation. For them, peace of mind or mental equipoise is not possible. This is what Lord Krishna said in the last verse. Before getting into the next verse, one point we must remember. Otherwise, Bhagavad Gita will be confusing. The second chapter of Gita, even though named as Sankhya Yoga, Lord Krishna is giving a broad sketch of other yogas, namely Buddhi Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. All these things he is giving a broad sketch. After completing Sankhya Yoga in verse 39, we are looking into verses which are falling under Buddhi Yoga, that is Karma Yoga. Please keep this in mind, otherwise it will be confusing. Now verse 45. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nirtraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvantvo Nitya Sattvastaha Niryogatshema Atmavan. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha. Traigunya Vishaya Veda. Three qualities, three gunas. The Vedas talk about three gunas. They are meant for that. Nirtraigunyo Bhavarjuna. Hey Arjuna, you be free from the hold of these three gunas. Nirdvantvo Nitya Sattvastaha. Nirdvantvo. Be free from the pair of opposites. Nirdvanto Nitya Sattvastaha. Nitya Sattvastaha. Establish yourself in Sattva Guna. Niryogatshema Atmavan. Be free from the anxieties to acquire and preserve what you acquired. Be a master of yourself. In this verse, Lord Krishna says, Hey Arjuna, the Karmaganda portion of the Vedas is for the people who have these three qualities of nature, that is, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Rise above these three gunas. Be calm in the pair of opposites. Establish yourself in Sattva Guna and be a master of yourself. This is what Lord Krishna says. All living creatures are a mixture of these three qualities. Sattva meaning pure mind, not affected by the activities. Rajas meaning active mind. And Tamas, inactivity, dullness. The proportion may vary from one human being to another human being. But everyone has all the three qualities or characteristics. A saintly person may have high Sattva Guna, that is calm and serene nature, but less Tamas and Rajas. An army or a businessman may have a high Rajas, active mind, but less Sattva and Tamas. A dull worker may have high Tamas, dullness in all work, but less Sattva and Rajas. All of us, everyone, without any exception, have all the three qualities. The portion of this may change from moment to moment, Morning you do prayer, you have Sattva Guna. Then you go to work actively there, you have Rajas Guna. Evening you become tired and dull, that is Tamas Guna. So all of us have all the three qualities, all these three characteristics. Nistray Gunyo. In life, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are the causes for our action in the outside world. Based on the quality of your nature, we perform our action in the outside world. Based on the action, that is the cause, the result will be there, the effect or the fruit, which will affect us either in a positive way or a negative way. Lord Krishna says, to get over the effect of actions, which will affect you either in positive or negative way, you should not be tossed by these Sattva, Rajas and Tamas Gunas. Is it possible, being born as a human being, to be above these qualities without getting affected by them? Lord Krishna says, yes, it is possible. How? We will see later. Nirdvantvo. Nirdvantvo means, already we have seen, the world is full of opposites. Anything you take, hot means cold, summer means winter, boy means girl, man means woman. Anything there is an opposite. In verse 38, we have already seen Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayav. Lord Krishna divided all the possible results or fruits of our actions in the outside world in three broad baskets. The results of our action may result in either sukha or dukkha, that is happiness or sadness, labha, alabha, that is profit or loss, and jaya or ajaya, that is victory or defeat. Lord Krishna says that one should maintain his equilibrium or mental equipoise in all these three pairs of opposites. Is it possible, being born as a human being, to remain not affected by the result of our actions? Lord Krishna says, yes, it is possible. How? We will see later. Nitya Sattvastaha. You have to remain in Sattva Guna forever. Purity of heart is insisted by Lord Krishna here. Why? This is the basic foundation for contemplation. A pure mind or an unagitated mind can only concentrate. An agitated mind can never concentrate on anything. Just observe yourself when you get angry. Then you will know how the agitated mind works. The Sattva quality is always pure. It only gets affected by the mixture of Rajas and Tamas. Lord Krishna insists that slowly, steadily and surely one must try to remain in the Sattva quality. You should remain in the Sattva. Slowly you should develop that habit and permanently remain in that Sattva quality, which is fit for contemplation. The important point to be noted here is how to purify the heart and remain in Sattva. Before answering that, one should know what is heart in spiritual field. We all think heart means the one which pumps blood into our veins. Swami Chinmayananda says, the heart mentioned here is not the heart which pumps blood into our veins. The heart mentioned here is your mind. When you do some good action, for example, you give charity to all the flood affected victims or by any natural disaster, you help them. People say you have a very good heart. It is not your heart that pumps blood, but it is your mind which, without any external force, automatically feels for the poor and those who are suffering. Hence, the heart mentioned here is your mind. To purify your mind, already we have seen we have to perform selfless activity. That is the only way. No other way is possible to purify the mind. Whatever activity you perform to achieve your selfish desire will definitely have impact on your mind, either positively or negatively. Niryoga Kshema. What is yoga and what is Kshema? Yoga is wanting to acquire something which you do not have at present. And Kshema is wanting to preserve something which you have acquired. You don't have something, you want to acquire. After you acquire, you want to protect it. This is yoga and Kshema. You want to preserve it, what you have earned. It's Kshema. Both these are due to your selfish nature. You want more money which you don't have. This is yoga. You want to preserve that money which you have earned. This is Kshema. 99.999999% of people in this world are working only to attain this yoga and Kshema. The entire life of a human being is wasted in this process. Every human being, not knowing how much one wants, how much one can preserve, and for how long, and what is the use of these, that is yoga and Kshema, spends their entire lifetime forgetting their true nature, that is the self. The property, the money in the bank, the jewels you buy, the clothes you have, everything is acquired by putting stupendous effort, and equal effort is put to preserve them, forgetting one day the self will leave the body and all the efforts you put into acquire and preserve are a complete waste. Not even an iota of effort is put to know yourself. Hence Lord Krishna says, work without the anxiety to acquire and possess for selfish desires or needs. Atmavan. Establish yourself in yourself. Try to understand and realize the self. The one who can control his mind and who is above the three gunas, who is not affected by the pair of opposites, and who works in the outside world without any anxiety to acquire and possess, is an Atmavan. Now the question is, how? Is it possible for a human being to be like this? Lord Krishna says, yes, it is perfectly possible. The easiest way is, the more you attach yourself to a higher calling, the more you get detached from the worldly enjoyments and power. For example, you take a scientist. I am not going to explain. When you attach yourself to a more purposeful goal, you will detach yourself from the lower instincts. If you are a Krishna Bhakta, the more you surrender to Lord Krishna, the more you will get automatically detached from the lower, baser instincts. The more you will be away from unnecessary talks, power, money, name, fame, etc. This is applicable to all your personal gods. Each one has got a personal god. We cannot say only to Lord Krishna. Even though here it is said Lord Krishna, you can attach yourself to any god. Everyone, Brahman. God is Brahman. So, you attach to the higher call. If you are a service-oriented person, then the more you render selfless service without any attention to or any intention to gain name, fame or power or to stand in elections, the more you will be away from the three gunas and pairs of opposites. The three gunas and the pair of opposites operate only in the field of selfish desire to acquire and possess, otherwise not. The best way is to surrender everything to Lord Krishna. Later, Lord Krishna himself says, Ananyam chintayanto mam ye jana paryubasade desham nitya viyuktanam yogatshemam vahamyagam. He himself says, you surrender to me, I will take care of your yoga and shema. This verse is coming in chapter 9. We will see later. Verse 45 again. Traigunya vishaya vedaha nitraigunya bhavarjuna nirdvantvo nitya sattvastaha niryogachemahatmavan. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Harihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana